all right. Welcome everybody to EMP Money. My name is AJ. I am the team lead here, and today is another very special AMA with a brand new partnership. We are super excited to unveil. The first half of our AMA will be going over all the details in terms of this partnership, and then the second half will be our normal updates as we move into another extremely successful week at EMP. Again, we celebrated our 1 year anniversary yesterday as well, and appreciate all the love and support from all of you over that. And yeah, so I'm also joined by Bull and LA. Again, my co-hosts with the most. We'll hear from them a little bit later. But without further ado, I want to bring on our very special guest. Ironically, his name is Jake as well. We have our lead developer as Jake. But yeah, Jake, what's up, brother? How are you? Really happy to have you, my friend. And this is something we've been working on behind the scenes for a while. Obviously, you guys have done an incredible job with the whole Tomb Fork and seigniorage model, and I think there's a lot to be learned from what you guys have done. And we were looking to do a partnership all along, but never really found the right fit until now. So again, bro, I'd love that you give us a high-level overview on dexFinance and now the dexVAULTS. So welcome, my friend.
Yeah, man. Hey, thanks for having us. It's about time we finally connected here.
For sure,
Appreciate
bro.
you having us on, man. And I guess first and foremost, man, congrats on the 1 year. We are super proud just to be play a small part in that some of the announcement celebration yesterday, man. It was very cool.
For sure, bro. No, I appreciate that. And yeah, today's going to be very informal. Again, basically, Jake's going to go through everything and show us what really made me bullish on what they built to begin with. And yeah, again, and we always say we like to invest in teams, even more so than economics or projects. And just like us, I know Jake, and shout out to all the guys behind the scenes at Dex. You guys have just been nose to the grindstone building, right along with us. So yeah, bro, absolutely.
Man, I couldn't agree with you more. We're very kind of selective with our partnerships and people that we work closely with, and obviously, you and I have been talking for quite a while now, just trying to get something that works, that's beneficial for both teams and both communities. Um, you know, sometimes there's a little bit too much fluff in some of the partnerships going around, and I'm glad we kind of had a little reserve and
Totally.
stuck with it to find something that has some real substance there. I think that can benefit both communities.
Absolutely, bro. And you took the words out of my mouth. Again, it's about the best partnerships are the ones that add value to both communities. And again, once we show everybody the power of these Dex vaults, I think it's will be apparent on why at least I'm so bullish on what we put together. But yeah, so I guess a high level overview. Maybe just talk about Dex as a whole, and maybe talk about the original ETF that you
Sure,
guys
sure.
launched, and then we can move into vaults.
Yeah, I guess I'll let me just give you the elevator pitch. I mean, I'm sure a lot of the people listening here are pretty familiar with the seigniorage model, and um, you know,
For
probably
sure.
it's funny I mentioned here before looking at some of the bank stuff. A lot of overlap between our projects. The two of our projects together. So, just real high level though, if anyone's interested or not familiar with us, we work on the same principles that you guys do. Um, Originally from the tomb kind of seigniorage model. Um, we had the advantage, I guess, of watching others before us. Guys like you paving the way, and kind of being able to see what worked and what didn't work. One of the main things that we kind of picked out and altered in our model was the the excess of peg tokens that were kind of just pouring into the market
For
via the
sure.
the boardroom. Um, it sounds good on paper, but in practicality, the that the whole seniorage model doesn't really account for um, buy and sell pressure and people that are holding versus not holding, and you wind up just getting some massive panic selling at some point, which is obviously hard to keep up with if you're not controlling the supply. So basically, what we did is we essentially just rerouted all of our boardroom emissions. So our boardroom does not pay out in the PEG token. In fact, the only way that you can buy our PEG token, which is US DEX, pegged to USDC at $1, the only way you can get this is by buying it, right? And we've had quite a bit of success with this. Pretty stable around 1.1 for the past 7-8 months now.
For sure.
And before that, we were actually over. So it seemed to be working. We're collateral. Our US DEX token is collateralized as well. So and we run our own LMS type systems. I don't really want to. I don't like that term, to be honest, but that's how people know it. It's a regulation system that keeps the peg for us. But again, we still face the same challenges as other protocols like yourself, the seigniorage model. There's just a lot going on, and one of the things we kind of set out to do, even right when we launched, it took us quite a bit longer than we had anticipated to put this together, because it's pretty intricate. But one of the biggest challenges, and I know you guys have gone through this as well, and you've done an exceptional job with your educational program, but for an outsider coming in and especially if it kind of fringe crypto people, guys with a Coinbase account that just maybe heard about this thing called DeFi getting in, they're just overwhelmed with just multiple tokens and
Totally.
algorithmic stable pairs and all this stuff that it's just daunting for a first time investor. So the reason and basically the ambition to create these vaults was not only to create a better system to handle the compounding and harvesting and profit taking, but really just to make a simple solution for an average investor to come into a protocol, even if it's really complex, but just to be able to pick out a risk level, determine what position you want to take based on your risk allocation, your risk tolerance, I should say, and then be able to kind of single asset deposit into that and spread those funds out between multiple assets, right? And so we launched this first version of this of our vaults for our own products, our own tokens, and was a big success, right? And everyone loved it. We kind of did 2 or 3 iterations with different leaderboards and expanding the concept until a couple months ago when we started on this professional version, which you guys are now a part of, which really expands on the whole concept. And it's not only just for our ecosystem, it can be for your ecosystem, it can be for different ecosystems put together, right? So that was kind of the driving force behind it. And like I said, I'm happy to kind of walk you through some of the new vaults we have for you guys and kind of show you how they all work.
Absolutely, brother. No, I love it. And again, we're working on what we're calling our final form. And again, we released the code name yesterday, and it will be EMP Fusion. And yeah, we definitely are going to take give credit where credit is due, right? We're going to take some things that we learned from your model of actually controlling some of the emissions through what we're going to end up implementing as well. So again, I'm with you 100%. I think that we can all learn from each other, and if there's something that's working, there's no reason to try to reinvent the wheel. And again, I mean, we all obviously have different risk exposures. We're tied to ETH, you're tied to a stable pair. So again, to each their own. And really, back to my original point, it's and you said as well, we have a lot of overlap in our communities, and I think that's people that are they see the power of how capital efficient a seniors protocol can be. And again, the ones that are doing it right are very, very few, and we're happy to be at the top of that list for sure. So, but yeah, and obviously, we utilize our detonator and our detonator as a service, and that's a proprietary, software that we've developed, a
Sure.
smart contract that has had a major reason for our success. And I think the vaults for you guys are your detonator. In other words, it's what you guys are using.
100%.
Yeah, you guys are using to help, give value to other protocols, to be a revenue stream for your protocol. And the other amazing thing, which we'll get into here in a minute, is the vaults alone provide buy pressure on the native assets that are in the pools as well. So yeah, I'll let you go into the vaults at a high level overview, and then I'll add to that, and then obviously too at the end, if any of you are watching, please feel free to ask questions as well. We'll get to it towards the end, but yeah. So go ahead, bro.
Yeah, of course, man. I mean, yeah, you hit on the head, man. The crypto space right now is completely Machiavellian law. You're either getting bigger or you're getting smaller, you know.
For
So,
sure.
we appreciate what you guys are doing and just trying to carve a little space ourselves. You know, only not long before we implement the detonator system into these vaults, I think, huh?
Yeah, bro, I like it. There you go. Maybe a little alpha there too. So yeah, again, man, we have a lot on the roadmap for both of us. Again, I know I said it last night. I think this is the beginning of a long relationship. Yeah.
Absolutely. So, where do we start here? So, right now I'm on the EMP vaults here. These are the ones we created we created together. You created, and they're EMP sponsored. I guess let me take a quick step backwards here. There was a little lag. Okay, so I'll try to go slow here. Maybe
Yeah, no, sorry, we're trying to live stream on both platforms, so yeah, it might be a little bit laggy,
yeah,
but I think it's coming through pretty good on
you
my
got it. Okay.
side. So yeah, so yeah,
So just a quick overview. As I kind of mentioned before, when we started, it was just the dexFi tokens, right? And essentially, what at the core principles is we're using a balancing formula to create auto compounding vaults, but rather than just having a single pair, a single set of assets in the vault, like most auto compounders, we've allowed up to three farms in a single vault, right? And essentially, what this does is it takes the rewards from all of them, collects all the rewards, and then divvies them back up to whatever assets are needing the allocation most, right? To keep it at the original desired allocation, right? Like I said, when we started, it was just our products, but as you can see now, we have I think over 200 and some plus farms throughout BSC. Here's some of our blue chip vaults, and you get into some more of our tokens and some mixed ones, right?
absolutely.
But um, that's just to give you a basic idea of the premise, right?
Yeah, so overall,
And
just yeah, to reiterate, not to cut you off, but yeah, I mean, the way I look at it, and again, correct me if I'm wrong, but it's essentially a hybrid between like a typical beefy auto vault and the balancer pool. So not only are your assets auto compounding, and again, that's by taking, the share emissions or whatever you're being rewarded in, using that to buy more LP, but also then the pool balances itself between each of the three or two, or if it's single it wouldn't, but two or more, it balances your allocation in terms of percentages to always make sure that the overall balance is within those percentages, and in turn it actually allows it to buy whatever asset is down in those pairs, right? I don't know if I explained it right, but yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
no,
yeah.
that's exactly right. And I'll jump into some more of the details once we get into your vault specifically,
Okay,
so
perfect.
the community can see how it affects EMP specifically. But yeah, you nailed it on the head. These are principles that even real high level traditional finance guys have been using for a very long time, right? And we kind of got stuck in this rut of hey, let's create this this auto farm, and basically it just compounds into each other, right? In a loop. But not there. I mean, not only is it just not the best, most efficient way to manage a portfolio, but it also has a lot of negative impact on the tokens themselves, right? Your standard auto compounder, if you're, whether it's just one EMP ETH farm or one eShare farm, right? It's really just taking all of those rewards and piling them back into whatever that farm is, right? which essentially just drives the price down of the emissions token, right? Um, with this system, not only does it balances it out between the assets, sometimes actually bringing in fresh powder into the ecosystem. You can see like this one here is one of our kind of our blue chips, right? But 20% is in our US DEX LP, and then the other ones are in ETH BNB and BTC BNB, right? So essentially, I'm going to show you here, I guess, real quick. So essentially, on this this vault is actually there's a baby swap, there's a night pair, and a deck share. But essentially, all of these rewards are getting piled up, and so now we're actually bringing in. I mean, there's only $1 in this demo vault, but you get the idea that now we're burning baby tokens and night swap tokens to bring into the deck share, into the dexFinance ecosystem.
Totally.
Which
Totally.
you guys will also be able to do yourself. So let's yeah, I can just give you. Well, I might as well do this quick while we're here before we get too deep into your stuff. But
Yeah,
just to
totally.
give
Let's
you
create a vault.
kind of
Yeah.
idea, yeah,
And
how do you how this works, right?
and you
Yeah,
guys are audited by Certic too, right? I know that was a major pain point of why it took
yeah,
so
for sure.
long, and I know that you've been, that was again kudos to you because I know how stressful it can be going through a major audit. But yeah, I mean that is such a feather in your cap as well because this is new code. Like again, I know the principles of what you're doing are out there, but you guys have really gone the extra mile in making something truly proprietary for sure.
Man, you are not kidding, dude. We have 189 contracts right now audited by Certec over
Unbelievable, bro.
the last two
Yes.
months, man. It's
Wow.
yeah, it's not your standard vaults. It takes a little bit of a little bit of magic to get these done. And hence some of the elongated launch plans. But yeah, man, everything's been audited. We are clear for takeoff here. So, um,
Awesome.
but
Well,
just
yeah.
I guess
Go
just
ahead.
to show you, and just to show you guys how easy this is, and it this kind of gives you a higher level of kind of how you create the vaults, or how they even work as a whole, right? And I know AJ, you did this with your vaults that you created, right? But real simple UI. You want to go ahead and you want to add a farm here. You just click add a farm. It brings you down to basically all of the farms on that we have, that we have offer right now. We have 210 farms on there, and we can really easily add more. Because the contracts are built for kind of scalability. We're not actually building each vault one by one. We basically just give it a pair, a contract address and an icon, and we can we get your farms on there, right?
Yep, totally.
But for argument's sake, let's say we want to do a deck share in this one, right? And then let's say we want to add an EMP in there, right? We can search for EMP. I'm watching on my other screen here, make sure I'm not too lagged here. Let's just
Yep.
say
No, you're
add
good,
EMP,
man.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there we go. And we can leave it there. I mean, you can add another one if you want, right? But so this is assuming we want to have deck share, BNB, and ETH EMP, right? You can go ahead and change the allocations, right? You'll also notice the your risk level goes down. All of our assets are classified to have a specific risk level, and it's basically the more stable pairs are classified with a lower score, and higher pairs are classified with a higher score, of course, to give us, to give you a rough average, to give you a pretty fair estimate on the risk level.
For sure.
But you separate your different allocations. Let's say you want 77% of EMP and 23% of deck share. And then let's say we want to have a take profit of 30%. Let's say it's going to default to our standard, the DEX 50/50 ETF. But let's say we want to add a new ETF in here as your take profit, right? So let's say this is here's your EMP, the brand new EMP ETF, which we'll go in a little bit more detail in a second. But and then that's it, right? So you just click create here, and what this is going to do is essentially our strategy factory here is just creating your own vault contract right now with these allocations, with your specifications for profit taking, and the proper risk allocations, right? So once that creates, now that I've created, now I'm the owner of this vault. Let it catch up here.
Yep, there it is at the bottom. Perfect.
There we go.
And now
There you
you're a
go. So
coder. Just like that, you're a coder,
yeah,
right?
right,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
So yeah, you basically just did Beefy's job for them,
Exactly.
and
Totally.
and you made it more profitable than a standard Beefy vault.
I love it,
Um,
man. Yes, totally.
and so so right now this vault here that I just created, this is going to be a private vault, right? So I'm the owner, but only I can access it, right? If I want, I can go change the configuration of the allocations. I can change the ETF token for rewards, right? But let's say I want it like this, right? Um, Now what I can do is I go ahead and publish it, right? I just give it a name, put a publisher, myself or an alias, little description, and then once you publish it, now it's made available to the public, right? And what happens during this process is you basically renounce ownership because now it's available for the public to use, and now everybody in the community can now share in this vault and partake and invest, thereby cutting down the harvest fees and also raising the amount of times that it can compound, right? Because everyone's splitting in those costs. Um, so just a kind of a new take on it, on just creating vaults in general, and allows some opportunities for the leaderboard and people to shadow trade good quality projects and vaults.
Totally. No, I love it. I know we had talked a lot about it, and we'll bring on Bull Gates at the end, and I'm sure he'll add. I know he was on our original meeting, and he was raving about the modularity of what you guys have done, and I agree. I mean, to have this so where anybody can come in and make their own vault, I think that we're going to see a lot of amazing, big brain individuals. I know Grover is one from your community that
Yeah,
literally
absolutely.
their full-time job is thinking about how awesome different vaults can be, playing with the different levels, and all you're paying is a gas fee transaction to test these vaults. So yeah, I mean, I'm even more
Absolutely.
excited about that too, where the community, whether it's our community or your community or anybody in the general crypto space, can come on and use this as a tool to earn, and make their own vaults. So yeah, it's exciting, bro. And all right, so
100%.
yeah, I guess maybe so. Yeah, these are the vaults I set up, and obviously, these are the sponsored vaults. The top one there, the EMP Dex Cash Flow, that's our partner vault, and that's got the highest daily out of all of them. And so yeah, we definitely are trying to encourage people on adding to this. Again, a lot of our community has both assets, and maybe go through the multi-deposit real fast to
Yeah,
show people how
of
to
course.
fund it. Yeah, perfect. Yeah,
Yeah, so as you said, these are the three that you guys put together as kind of the protocol sponsored vaults. It is good. It is good in some respects to concentrate liquidity in the vaults,
for sure.
because it also breeds a little competition too, because like I said, vaults with higher TVL will ultimately compound more frequently, um, making them more profitable, of course. Um, but oddly enough, of course, as soon as we announced yesterday, I've seen at least three or four new vaults on top of these that people are already whipping up,
Absolutely. Yeah, doing their own
trying to shill,
vaults. Yeah, totally. Yeah.
So and honestly, that makes it kind of it makes it fun. It builds a level of competition in it, and it's just cool to see what kind of other combos people are interested in, right? But yeah, I guess to give you like a little rundown here, depositing is really simple. You can go ahead and deposit with BUSD, USDC, any of the standard kind of assets. You can also just throw your EMP LPs right in here, right? If you do have both of them separately, you can go ahead and just approve these. Did I go a little quickly there?
Yeah,
There's a
no, you're
little
good. There you go. Yep.
yeah, let me just approve these here. Um, little multi deposit little multi deposit button here. You can see here that just brings up a little pop up menu, and once they're approved, I actually don't have any in this demo wallet, but essentially, if you have both assets in your wallet, it'll give you the balances of both of them here and here, and then you can just use the little slider to say how much of those assets you want to put in. They're gonna put them in at the ratio that it's set at, right? So this one is a 50-50 vault, so you'd have to have 50% of each to put them in. But real simple to deposit, real simple to withdraw, right? And in fact, let me just let's throw BNB in here for fun.
Yeah, I was just gonna say,
So
and I'm glad you actually are answering one of my questions because originally I didn't even know this until I was working with it. But you can deposit BNB or BUSD, and it'll make the transaction or it'll make the LPs for you, correct?
for
If you
sure,
do it
yeah,
that
we
way.
we have a little
Yeah.
yeah we have like a little magic zapper here that just that does a whole bunch of crap.
Yeah,
Um,
man. Yeah.
so like right now, I'm gonna put in this one BNB, and you'll see obviously here my investment number at the top here is at zero, and my profit numbers are at zero because I haven't invested, right? But you'll see once it goes through here. Okay, I just deposited. So there's my investments here, right? Basically, what that did is not only did it deposit, but it also harvested the last, whatever was in that vault, um, sent everything aside, sent all the previous pending rewards to a storage contract, which then collects on the side so that it can be the profit can be minted in batches, which saves money for everyone. Um, and it honestly it does a lot, man. That one transaction, is there's probably about 50 transactions that happen inside of there.
Totally.
Um,
No, I
so it's
get it,
doing
man. We did a very simple zapper, and that was like 4 transactions. So I can't imagine what's under the hood. But no, I mean, talk about such an easy again onboarding process for people that maybe want to get exposure to other assets and LPs and pools. They don't have to go anywhere. They just put it right in, and it creates it for you. So yeah, amazing. And the
exactly, yeah,
analytics,
exactly.
bro. That again, I know me and you were geeking out over this. Nobody knows how incredibly difficult it is. I mean, even on our detonator contracts, some of
Hmm.
the hardest stuff was the analytics, and you guys have done a killer job on the analytics as well, too. So yeah,
Yeah, thank you, man. I mean, that was honestly another kind of key point that we really try to focus on. The competition, they've done okay, but it almost feels like they just kind of settled at a certain point.
for sure.
Like, I mean, sure, a lot of them got a history, and like some even have like some charts of like the LPs or the underlying assets over time, right? But like, how are you not going to show me a chart of what my personal performance is in this vault? Like, I think that's one of the biggest misnomers of some of the liquidity farming is, people get wrapped up in these real high APRs, but if the underlying assets are going down, then no one's making money, and
Totally.
it was important for us to show that, right? Um, so I mean, we have personal totals, a personal dashboard, and then you can also see the entire vault, right? Because again, everyone shares in this vault now. Um, and some of this stuff, the personal stuff, like you said, it's kind of on indexers, so this stuff populates in a couple minutes. But so you can kind of see what's going on here is, this vault right now, again, it's 50-50 split between the US DEX and the EMP tokens, LPs, I should say. And basically what this is doing is, over the last few hours since the last time it was, somebody deposited or withdrew, um, it's collecting the rewards, right? So it's collecting the E shares and it's collecting the DEX share here, right? And it's taking all these rewards, and when it comes time to harvest the profit and send the profit out, right? This vault specifically is set for a 25% take profit, as you can see here, right? So basically, what happens is, each time it harvests, um, it takes everything in the profit storage, and it splits it up 75-25, right? So 75% of whatever the pending amount is going to get compounded back into these two assets. Again, at a in via this balancing formula, right? So, if EMP it happens to be down and US DEX is up, it's going to put more. It's going to put more of the rewards into the EMP to kind of create that stable floor, and vice versa on the other end, right? So, basically, what this is doing is it's essentially using your rewards to buy the dips on some tokens when they're down, and then when they're up, it's selling those profits off, at the highs,
Totally.
and buy, keep continually buying that, the lower valued asset.
Yes, it's an automatic, an automatic perfect trader that buys bottoms and sells tops. Yeah, for sure.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah,
Exactly. Yeah. We you mentioned Grover too before, and just a minute ago. A couple of the guys that spent a lot of time really going over some backdated numbers. We got just spreadsheets on spreadsheets of just backdated testing on old from like 2 years prior, dozens and dozens of LPs on PancakeSwap, and just on blue chips alone, right? Like this is one example. This is a 3-asset farm with Cake, BTC, and BNB, and on average we're outperforming. These would be compared to Beefy. Excuse me. We outperform if you in the vaults, we're outperforming by almost 7% on average.
incredible.
These guys found like with higher APRs, these guys found a difference of like 20% sometimes.
Yeah, totally. Well, and that's the beauty of combining that whole balancer element on top of the traditional auto compounders. And yeah, I mean, just from that graph alone, you can see, and like you said, those are on blue chips. So, you have absolutely built a better project and product without any additional, risk or, again, because of these pools, and all of it being, non-custodial, nobody's in the background managing funds for people. Like that's all decentralized, and again, exactly what we would like to see in any true crypto project. So yeah, man, awesome, awesome stuff.
So quickly, we'll get into some of the fun stuff here now. Um, so the profit, right? So I just mentioned that you have $100 in pending rewards, right? So $75 in this vault, and it's a 25% profit. So $75 would go back in, compound back in. There's also some balancing, auto balancing in that process as well, right? So again, if one of the assets is below the initial allocation levels, it'll help boost that up. But the fun part is this other 25% that gets pumped out as profit, right? What's cool is we can go ahead and check out your your EMP ETF that we created.
Amazing, yes.
Um,
And these guys did this on our behalf. Again, just to clarify, not everybody gets their own ETF, so they went above and beyond for us. And yeah, this is really exciting too. So yeah,
yeah, no doubt, no doubt. These are definitely reserved for the higher level partners for sure. But you guys did a very cool job picking your ETFs out. Um, Basically, you get all the EMP ecosystem tokens, right? 20% EMP, 20% eShare, along with ETH, BNB, BUSD. Um, so
absolutely. The whole
uh, this
ecosystem
is
in one right there. Yeah, exactly.
right,
All the exposure you
and
want. Yeah.
and you'll notice these also have auto balancing as well, right? So right now, so your initial allocations are here, 20, basically 20% across all of them, right? But you'll notice the EMP is currently valued at 19.79% of the ETF right now. That's that's because there was a slight downtick in EMP where there was an uptick in some of these other tokens, which are basically creating higher value between those assets in dollar value.
For sure.
Um, but the cool part is when this vault auto compounds now, excuse me, the next time it compounds, the same thing is going to happen here. It's going to buy more of the EMP tokens and less of the other ones. And conversely, if anytime it burns, or when you sell an ETF token, it does the same thing. So basically, just by having these tokens in an ETF, you're always going to make more than holding those same tokens out of the ETF, because it's doing this rebalancing on every mint and burn, which, by the way, like some of our higher TVL vaults, they're compounding every hour. So that exponentially kind of speeds up that process of the auto compounding, and really is always buying those dips for you.
Totally, no doubt. Well, and again, I mean, and to use more traditional finance terminology, the ETF acts as almost a glorified savings account that is actually yielding way more than you would ever be able to get in a savings account. And, again, not only is it an amazing way to kind of, stack all the tokens that you would want to stack, but it also provides, again, that even additional buying pressure on the rebalance and that's again just what you went over. But and then I guess just go one more time, go back to the ETF too, because you are able
Oh,
to
yeah, appreciate
actually mint and burn those individually as well, right? So again, mint and burn may get people confused, but essentially
Yeah, it's just
mint,
buy and sell.
yeah, buy and sell, exactly. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, yeah, I guess to give you a little deeper understanding, again, when you a lot of the ETFs are minted through the vault system. That actually creates a lot of the volume, and basically what happens. So the profit that we were just the pending rewards, I should say, that we were just talking about, that same $100, right? So when it comes time to harvest, the $75 goes, we create the LPs and it goes back into the vaults, and the other $25 comes here and mints these ETFs. And essentially what all that is, again, there's this basket of tokens here, and basically that $25 for the mint or the buy, right? It's actually buying those tokens on the open market and putting them into a storage contract, and then in return um, you get back like a receipt token, right?
for sure.
Um, and I might as well show you how easy this is too. Let's say we want to bint with like a few little shekels of BNB, right? Real simple. It's gonna go out and it's gonna go out and literally buy. If anyone out there watching the chart right now, you're gonna see like a $3 buy for an EMP, a
Yep,
$3 buy on eShare,
I love it.
right?
Right on market.
You guys can all see, yeah, you guys can all see that in real time right now. It's happening. Um, and that's it. So basically, now that I just minted that, you're gonna see I got 2.7. I got 2.7 of these EMP ETF tokens. You can go ahead and add the token to your wallet right here. Here's the contract. You want to see it. All the tokens are in there for the underlying assets, right? And so now you're just holding this receipt token, and you can come here anytime. You can burn it once we approve this here again. You can go ahead and burn it right to BNB if you'd like. Um, you can also burn it for all the underlying assets, right? So let's say you want to pop some of those EMPs back into one of the farms, right? You can go ahead and multi-asset burn, and you're going to actually get all these tokens. There you go, and get all these tokens within your ETF. You're just going to get those sent right to your wallet.
Amazing. Yeah, no doubt. So again, there's an option for everybody. Again, if you want your actual tokens back out, you do the multi-asset. If you just want, the equivalent dollar value in BNB or BUSD, then you would just burn on the single asset. But yeah, I mean, again, it's just incredible. And again, not to give too much more alpha or get into the weeds too much, but we've also have some ideas on actually gamifying the ETF token because it gives you a receipt token. We may be able to do a detonator around the ETF, which again
Absolutely.
would lock up a ton of supply and allow people to earn even that much more. So there's a ton of different use cases that we can implement, and that's the beauty again of what you guys are offering in the partnership. We have all the upside potential of again added buying pressure on all of our native assets. It allows our community to earn better than the competition, and it takes away. I mean, you guys have thousands of hours in development time, that we would just have never
Sure.
been able to do on our own. And that again is why I'm just so bullish, is because we're essentially leveraging what you guys have built to help us. And in the process, it helps you just as much because obviously, with platform fees and the more volume coming in, the more the native assets can be supported. So yeah, again,
For
man,
sure. One hand washes the other. Absolutely.
exactly, totally, brother. So I love it, bro. I think that was a great high-level overview. Was there anything else you want to wrap up, and then we can take one or two questions, or yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, of course. I do have one actually. One just quick overview. Well, I guess quickly let's just quickly discuss. You do have two other farms here, right? So
Yes,
I
totally.
was
Yeah.
just kind of highlighting the joint vault here, but same thing with with the ETH USDC pair, right? You got another 50/50, right? So if you're a big ETH maxi, you can come and join that one, and the same principles, but like in this one. So in this one, you're going to be adding basically you're going to be pumping cake into the ecosystem here
For
rather
sure.
than just more e-shares, right? And same thing here, right? This is a single a single vault, but because of the take profit, you're getting more of the ETFs, which also, as a side note, we've also found this to be very helpful with um, reducing the amount of panic selling,
For
because
sure.
you're basically pushing people into or guiding people into responsible profit taking. Um, the they can go ahead and burn some of their ETFs, and they're not going to crush the native tokens because there's a lot of ETH and BNB in there. But also, you're a lot less hesitant to sell once you know that you're taking profit on a daily basis, and everything just happens for you. Um, I guess the
Yeah.
last thing I wanted to kind of just highlight here. I saw a question earlier in the Discord. Someone had asked, like like a math wise, like what can we expect from these vaults? And I just did some quick like kind of napkin math for you guys here, um, based on a million TVL. So let's say we have a million TVL in this vault right here. Um, Essentially, you're looking at 0.1% daily, a little bit more than that right now. That's about $1,000 per day, right? At the 25% profit, uh, that means essentially $700 split two ways, assuming the ratios stay the same. Is so 350 per day, plus 20% of the ETF is native tokens, right? So now you're at about 500 per day, um, which roughly comes out to about 14,000 a month that you could be injecting into the system. Um, and that's at the current levels. So now if you multiply that by compounding once every hour, which will surely happen at those TVLs, you're looking at some serious exponential growth. On top of the fact that people are now holding ETFs, which they're not selling, reducing the sell pressure. In addition to just by being in these vaults, 1% of the total harvest is going back to your treasury, helping for whatever way the community sees fit. So
Totally.
it was a great question. I just wanted to kind of high level rough it out for you guys. It's the the
Yeah.
potential is there for sure.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Because again, I think people, and a lot of the big DeFi heads they see the vision, but a lot of people in our community may be new to crypto, or this might be a little overwhelming. But yeah, I mean, the long story short is, rather than having, the ETH EMP LP in the farm on our website. Again, migrate some of that over here. Obviously you will be earning eShare, liquid, but that e-share is then turned into, again, buying pressure on EMP into more EMP ETH LP. And that, again, is the other beautiful part about how seigniorage protocols operate. We said from day one, that the share token is the profit vehicle of the platform to then support the peg token, especially when they're under peg. And again, we have a ton of utility coming and already through Reactor for eShare. And again, through our final form, we make even more utility and use case out of eShare. And then the ecosystem starts, firing on all cylinders again. And that's where we see insane, daily APR. That a lot of us remember from the good old days. So yeah, totally.
For sure, for sure.
Yeah,
Well, it's kind of like that, rising tide raises all ships mentality, right?
absolutely.
You know, this one vault here, kind of makes us, irrevocably linked together now. So, if EMP's up or down, we're going to support it in this vault. If US Dex is slumping, you guys help support us.
Totally.
And in the same fashion of, if you got some LPs here and there you want to bring over, I just also like to recommend or let folks that are potentially in some of our vaults. You can also use this little migration tool. There's 0% protocol fees on the migration tool, so you can move in and out of any vaults. If you happen to be in another vault, you want to put some into any of the EMP vaults, you can just go here and search it, migrate, a little bit. You can use this little slider to migrate whatever you'd like, and get some money in there for our guys.
Amazing. Another great point. Yeah, if you're again in a vault or maybe you want to migrate to another vault, you guys have thought of everything. I mean, that's very seamless as far as not having to withdraw and then redeposit and then maybe get hit with, any other slippage or whatever else. Just
For
migrating it
sure.
in
Yeah.
one click. So amazing, bro. Well, again, I know that was a lot. We're gonna be doing some very simple, like 5 minute walkthroughs on how to deposit into vaults, how to make vaults. So this will be something that we add to our curriculum through the
Very
academy
cool.
and through on the YouTube. So yeah, again, bro, and we'll get with you if we need help with any of that. But it is
Yeah,
pretty
of course. Always
straightforward.
available.
Awesome, bro. Yeah, and again, it is pretty straightforward. I'd say all of you that are maybe a little overwhelmed, just watch this video over again. You and the entire team, Jake, have been super available in our Discord and our Telegram. I would love to see, a lot of our TVL migrate over here. It is again audited, the Surtech audit, so we're very comfortable in the code. That you guys have done, and obviously you've proven yourselves over the last year that you're not going
For
anywhere.
sure.
And yeah, man, no, I think it's a win-win overall. So, all right, amazing. Bull or LA, do you guys want to chime in, or is there any questions on YouTube before we wrap it up with Jake and just give a few more announcements on our behalf? But yeah, go ahead, guys.
I think the sentiment is just that everyone's super bullish on this and super excited. And I'm especially excited after watching this demo today. I actually went and started playing around with it while I was watching it.
Cool,
I'm
man.
super pumped.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
Awesome.
love it.
Yes, totally. Yeah, no doubt. Well, and
Yeah.
again, I mean, we definitely want to, help each other through the ETH EMP and the US DEX, USDC vault. But even if you guys want to just dip your toes in the water with the single, the single vault, the EMP ETH LP, I know 99% of you have that LP already, and you can skim some out of the farm on our website and put it in there just to get your toes in the water and get your feet wet. on how this all operates. So yeah, absolutely, LA. And Bull, how about you, bro? I know you were really impressed when we had our meeting. Again, we share a lot of the same sentiment on how modular everything is, and I think I think this is set to scale pretty dramatically. And the more TVL in the platform overall, the better for all of us. So yeah, go ahead, Bull.
Yeah, like we had said on the meeting, and just taking, what Jake had said, and you said, right, this is modularity magic. And it's for everybody, like a sophisticated user, somebody just coming into DeFi. Look at how the interface is laid out. Like, it's simple, it's easy to understand. And I see in the chat here on YouTube that they're going to be working on their own little educational platform to explain all of this, which is, that's total fire there too. So,
Awesome.
but just look, it's beautiful, right? Like, in form and function, and it doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure out how to use it. And that's the beauty of crypto, right? Is being able to explore these options and try different combinations. And you don't have to be a code writer here, because it's doing it for you. Now, what did you say? There were 100 plus contracts working in the background or under the hood, Jake?
Yeah, we have 178 audited by CertTech right now.
Right, and so
and more coming in.
Yeah.
Right,
Totally.
and so right, they have to be code wizards here, but to make all of this work, it's not an easy feat. So, like, hats off to everybody that worked on that, and I'm sure there's going to be, just looking at the chat here, everybody's super hyped about it. But at the end of the day, if we just look at the ability for people to come in and click sliders, like it looks really simple, really easy to do, and I think everybody's going to go wild for this.
Yeah,
so
thank
awesome.
you guys.
Great job, man.
You guys are very kind, and we are super bullish ourselves, man. Like I said, as soon as we announced, we had at least 3 or 4 new vaults pop up. And so the community is interested. Our people and your people, and like I said, we're just excited to see it blossom.
Totally, absolutely. Well, again, and if you are going to create your own vault, make sure you're using either the USDEX ETF or the EMP ETF, because again, the way the take profit is set, that literally is adding additional buy pressure for all of us. So you guys can go crazy making all sorts of degen, farms, as long as that ETF is set to take profit in our tokens. I mean, it's bullish. And again, I know you guys are adding new vaults, new pools almost every day. I know, you scrape, PancakeSwap, ApeSwap, all the other liquidity decentralized exchanges. So yeah, there'll be even more options as you move forward, right?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, if honestly, it's super kind of plug and play. So if there's another product or farm that you want to add, feel free to drop us a line. We added all the swapfish farms yesterday. Data's coming next week. So yeah, we're always adding. And also too, I guess let me also say, our treasury now put in at least probably 20K in some of these vaults. So another side bonus, we're going to kind of continue to bump some of these vaults, and obviously we're not selling those ETFs, so you can kind of consider those locked away in our treasury.
Absolutely, brother. Again, not only are you helping support us just by offering this, but you also have a commitment, again, to start accumulating actual assets in our protocol, and vice versa. We're going to continue to scale in. Again, we did some additional testing with you guys before we launched. Everything was looking good, and then over time, we'll also be, again, supplementing these partner vaults, and then again, that means supply that is then just locked away forever. So yeah, we're excited,
Exactly.
brother. I think again, and when you guys scale, with hopefully our help and other, I know you're working on some other bullish partnerships. I'm working on getting you in touch with a major platform, and so by having all these DeFi, projects come together, and it really is a better solution. I mean, just think, I mean, what, Beefy had, what, a trillion, or I'm sorry, a billion TVL at one point in the bull run? I mean, just imagine
Yeah, true.
the market share of this. It's a better product, and it helps support all the native assets too. So it's just so, again, just a better all around. I don't want to be
Yeah,
too
we like to
too
think so.
yeah yeah. Don't want to be too hype, but I'm hype.
Yeah.
So yeah,
Well, we appreciate it, man.
cool.
It
Yeah.
was great coming on, and we we'll definitely be back for more.
Awesome, brother. Well, again, yes, we will have you back for any updates. And anybody in the comments, if there's something that we missed, let us know. We'll go over it at a later date. And yeah, so all right, Jake. Well, I'm gonna let you go. We're gonna give a few more updates of our own. But yeah, brother. And I know you and the rest of the team have been super available, not only in our Discord, but your Discord as well, right? You guys are much more active on Discord than Telegram, right? Or just shout out to you can chill. Where do we find
Yeah, either one.
your socials? Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe I see Dexter's K in the chat there. We definitely have some mods on Telegram, and there's a lot of good stuff on Discord as well. We're all over the place. Very very helpful community, similar to yours, where people are eager to share knowledge instead of sending you to some write up. So feel free to
Totally.
ask any questions, man. We're always there to help.
All right, awesome, brother. Well, thanks again. Much love to you, and yeah, bro, we'll be in touch, and all the best.
Likewise, man. Likewise. We'll talk to you soon.
All right, take it easy. All right, there you have it, everybody. Let me go ahead and get set up here while we go into our own AMA. Give me one moment here. All right, let me pull up my notes. So yeah, I mean, if that wasn't exciting, I don't know what is. Again, Jake and I and the rest of his team and our team. Again, Bull was in a lot of the preliminary meetings. Our Jake looked over the code. So yeah, I mean, we're just really excited on what they are offering. And again, the best partnerships, like I said earlier, are partnerships that add value to both parties without really any negative downside. I mean, the number one potential issue would be an exploit in the vaults, but they've got a CERTIC audit. They've done all the due diligence that it takes, and so we're really confident in really getting the word out on migrating a lot of the LP from our farms into theirs because it's not only more beneficial for you as the investor, but also more beneficial for the protocol as well. So if anybody needs additional help, let us know, and we'll do another follow-up video that you can use as a tutorial as well. But all right, LA, let me go ahead and pull up my notes for today. Was there anything, maybe LA, if you want to go over real fast, the announcement from Chainlink. So I don't know if it's gone live yet on their side, but the Medium has, and I know they retweeted a lot. So maybe go over that real fast.
Yes. So, as you know, we've been waiting for this for a while because we first implemented integrated Chainlink services back in May, but we had to go through all the steps before we could officially announce it, and it had to come from their end. Kind of in a more official way. So today was the day, and we released a full Medium article, and they tweeted it out. There is going to be another tweet from their official Chainlink account coming later today, but it's finally out there. We're really excited about it. AJ, what did you say to me earlier? Kind of just about how impressed you were about what this meant for us as a protocol.
Yeah, no doubt. It's definitely, a feather in our cap, and it really solidifies that we are, one of the major contenders. I mean, again, to be having an integration and a recognition. Again, I can't use the word partnership because again, they have many projects that they work with, but to have their involvement and be linked to, again, pun intended, chain link, linked to, a literal blue chip asset in crypto. It's so validating. I think that was the word I used, LA. It really validates everything that we have built and worked towards, and to get that recognition now is amazing. And so anybody that may have FUD or, with the way the lotteries or giveaways are drawn, we're using the industry standard now. And not only that, but and again, please read the Medium article, share it all over. I did even a video in the Medium article. If you don't want to read, just watch the video that explains everything that we've implemented. We have three of the Chainlink services. The price feed Oracle, which gives us real-time data and helps with our price feeds, both ETH, EMP, BNB, all the assets that we track. The VRF, which is the random, verifiable random generator for the giveaways, and we also utilize their automation service with our NFT rewards, and that alone has not only saved hundreds of hours in development time, but about over $100,000 of gas fees as well. As you remember, Jake was working with their code, trying to optimize all the gas fees for the NFTs, and so that was also a really amazing implementation of what we've done, and now we get ongoing support from them as well. So we're in a private group with all the big wigs, and if we ever run into any potential use case or need help from their development team, now we have that as an asset under our belt as well. And even the marketing, we're working with their marketing team now for any future updates and anywhere they can help get us in front of a wider audience, they're going to do that. So yeah, it was amazing stuff. So, and LA, thank you for all your hard work on that. I know you and I spent many late nights putting together all the press releases, so it's exciting. And so, did they announce on their page yet? I know we've been waiting. So when they do, will you do another post, LA?
Yep, as soon as they do, I'll definitely share it out for sure.
All right, awesome. And then one more, again, LA, I'm going to go to you a lot here at the end. So the NFTopia weekend, you want to comment on that real fast? On what that is this weekend,
Yes.
Saturday, yeah.
Yes, and so as many of you know, we have done DigiCon for quite a long time. AJ's done it since the very beginning with his previous project, and all of the ones since since he started EMP, and since Splinterlands is taking a little break off of DigiCon, Waffles Kitty, who is the main point person in organizing DigiCon, has started NFTopia with another group of people. And so it's very similar. It's I think she's working with the same metaverse type platform, Inverse, and it's the same concept. There's booths in the hall and a bunch of projects coming together. And so we are going to be attending. We're going to have a booth there, and AJ's going to be doing a talk on Saturday at 3:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if everyone can come support during AJ's talk and on Saturday at our booth, that would be amazing.
Perfect. Yes. Thank you, LA. And yeah, so NFTopia, again, like LA said, a lot of the same faces and people behind what was DigiCon. So we're excited for them to move in to a different phase. And yeah, we're along for the ride. So again, this is the inaugural event. So we're hoping that the turnout is good. But even if not, it's always great. Even if one person hears about EMP, then it's a win. And we are looking to do more of these events, even in person this year. I know that was something I didn't really talk about a lot for our anniversary yesterday, but it is something on our radar. Again, quarter one is really getting e-share emissions done, which we'll talk about in a second, and then final form, now known as EMP Fusion, that will be again coming out. But after that, the mid to later part of the year, we absolutely want to do more in-person events. I know LA, you mentioned that on the Twitter space that was one of your favorite memories at EMP
Yeah.
was doing more or doing an in-person event. And yeah, I would love to have not only you, maybe Bull, myself. Again, it's with a newborn, traveling's a little hard, but we may be able to do Miami. I know there's a big conference down here in Miami. I'd love to have EMP a part of. So yeah, that's exciting, right? For this year.
We've got a 10-foot long banner waiting to go. Whoops,
I love
sorry.
it. Yes. Yeah, totally.
For
Wait,
whenever
yeah.
we're ready. So I'd like to put that baby into use.
Totally. Yes, we have the booth design already done, a life size AJ Willy Wonka. So yeah, we're good to go. I love it. So all right,
Yeah.
awesome. Well, we will be at that on Saturday again. Join us if you can and tell people about EMP. So all right, what else we have? Oh yes, obviously this is a big one. Again, LA, back to you. Our giveaways. We are wrapping up our anniversary giveaway submissions at 11 a.m. tomorrow. And we have our anniversary merchandise on sale as well. So maybe just give us a quick overview on all the anniversary related topics. Go ahead.
Yes. So as you know, we're hosting our anniversary giveaway. A ton of you have already entered, so I'm excited for you. But the odds are really great because there's 4 prizes. And so if you haven't entered yet, or if you'd like to enter again, um, I will post the form link again. But there are 4 prizes. We're giving away a power up NFT. We're giving away one 30-minute breakthrough one-on-one session with AJ where you can discuss whatever you like with him. We are giving away a super ultra exclusive whitelist spot for an upcoming partnership launch, and we're also giving away one of our anniversary t-shirts. And so if you'd like to enter, the deadline is 11 a.m. tomorrow morning. And so what you need to do is purchase $60 or more of worth of EMP off the market, fresh EMP, and you can either buy any size of node, you can purchase bonds or up EMP. And so $60 is the equivalent of the smallest size of node. So that's why we picked that amount. But you can most certainly do more than that. That's just the minimum. But so you have until 11 a.m. tomorrow. And then we are going to be doing the drawing on Monday's AMA.
Amazing. Yep.
And
Go
yeah.
ahead. Yep.
And then you also can purchase our new merch in our merch store. Just a heads up, there are when you are purchasing the NFTs for the items of clothing, when you go to redeem the NFTs for the actual clothing items, there will be shipping costs on top of the items. So just keep that in mind when purchasing.
All right, amazing. Again, it was so awesome. If any of you did not listen to our Twitter space, which is not only recorded on Twitter, but also recorded on YouTube, or even the AMA from last night, our anniversary AMA, it was just really incredible to hear all the amazing positive feedback of those of you that have been here literally since day one. And if you're new to EMP, again, welcome to the family. You're getting in at rock bottom prices that we, again, not financial advice, but we're really continuing to build and scale. And so, even those of you getting in now, you may hear, how everybody's made so much money and they love it, even during a bear market. But that just means it's opportunity, for the newcomers as well. And that's another really beautiful part of our economics is that, our yield, our profits are produced through yield rather than having to buy low and sell high on the native assets themselves. So as long as you're here, again, getting into the Dex vaults, perfect segue into that, you're able to just kind of have it on autopilot and have exposure to Ethereum, to BNB, and BUSD and the ETF now as well. So all of the above. But all right, awesome. And speaking of eShare, we are again every AMA. We're going to mention it leading up to it. We are migrating our eShare token. All that will be updated. And again, even the ETF and all that, that'll all be updated to the new V2 with DEX and any of our own vaults. Again, we'll now be using V2. Which, from a technical standpoint, is a difference, but from a user standpoint, it's not a major difference at all. This just allows us to extend emissions on our eShare token. And if you're in the reactor, which is where the majority of our liquidity is held anyway, that will be done automatically when we migrate the contract. But if you're holding eShare Liquid, we'll have an update for you on how you can swap to the new V2. Again, price impact should be very minimal. Again, because the majority of our liquidity is moving over in Reactor, we're not going to be subject to major price swings that migrations sometimes have. So just don't panic. There's nothing you need to worry about. Everything will function the same exact way. It'll just be a new contract address for the eShare token rather than the old one. And again, do not get scammed as well. A lot of DMs will be coming your way. I know it. All the scammers will say, here's the new eShare token. It launched early, or you have private access. All those are bullshit and 100% scams. So please don't respond or pay attention to anything unless you hear it out of my mouth on an AMA or you see it on our pinned messages in any of our socials. So, and again, we'll have a full Medium article on what to do, but don't feel like you're gonna miss out or you have to panic, or if you're not on the computer for a certain time frame you're gonna miss out. It's not gonna work like that at all. There'll be a 2 week window or more that you'll be able to migrate over, so everybody will have plenty of time. We're just being purposely a little bit vague on actual dates just to not get front run on any of that as well. So does that go over all that, LA? I know we did a deep dive on that yesterday, but I don't know if I
Yep.
need to clarify.
Yep, I think that's perfect for sure.
All right, awesome. And then the final thing, again, for those of you that did not make it to our anniversary AMA, we have revealed the name of our final form. So a lot of you we've been teasing you with our final form idea, and we haven't had a name, but now we do. So EMP Fusion will be the new boardroom, so to speak. So the boardroom will function a little bit differently than what a lot of you may be used to, but fundamentally, nothing is changing. Again, having eShare and EMP, the ratios, the exposure, none of that changes, but we are really excited for what EMP Fusion will be and become. If you listen to the Twitter space or the AMA from yesterday, we gave a ton of little Easter eggs. I am gonna make you go watch those videos to hear. Again, get our engagement up, get our watch time up as well. So go back and listen to those. But we'll be releasing more and more info over the next few weeks on Fusion. And again, a white paper and all of the above. And then we do a lot of heavy lifting in terms of development on what we're adding on top of the platform. So I could not be more excited for that, and that will have a major impact not only on EMP but eShare prices, and that's when not only do we recover PEG, but then we maintain PEG as well, and it allows us to function at full capacity in terms of APR in the platform overall. So really exciting stuff. But all right, I think that was pretty much it. Buller LA, anything else you guys want to add, or any final words? Any questions that I overlooked? Go ahead.
For me, that's it. I'm just super pumped right now. I feel this like energy, I guess, coming off of yesterday and having crossed that 1 year mark. And now we get to start building year 2 and just having a tiny glimpse of everything that's ahead. I just feel this insane excitement brewing. So I can't wait.
I love it. No, the feeling is mutual. LA, I think a lot of people that have been with us and stuck it out, they see, everything that we've said we were going to do is finally coming to life. Again, we do everything we can to, make good on deadlines, to continue to deliver, to continue to build, all of the above. So yeah, and again, it's not going to be an overnight thing. It's a slow and steady process where all the revenue streams, all the partnerships, all the little tiny things that may not seem that significant now, they all add up and really finally become something very significant in not only buying back EMP, again, a little by little, that peg will start recovering, and then again, we regain peg, and then we maintain peg. So all that is in the works, and the announcements and partnerships that we even today, again, Dex vaults have a very important part in the whole game plan and ecosystem of what we're building. I mean, I told LA today too, our Ledger affiliate link, which we don't even promote that much. Those of you that have bought a Ledger through our affiliate link, it was almost $600 in affiliate commission. And again, I had to KYC with them to receive it. But as soon as I get it, that will be going to buying back and burning EMP. So all those little things add up. And when I do that, I'll show the wallet address that does it. It'll be the same wallet address that does all of our YouTube commissions as well. So that's a public address that all of you can follow, and all it does is buy back EMP. So again, really exciting stuff as we move forward. So all right,
AJ,
yeah.
There's just one more question in the VIP, if you don't mind.
Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead, Ellie.
Can you just go over how the staked e-shares will work in the farm in regards to V2?
Yep, absolutely. Sorry. So, yep, the snake farm, I believe, again, that will be one that Jake is able to migrate automatically as well. So, and I don't think it will reset your timer either. So, that is one variable that we're still ironing out, but we'll let you know on that. If it does, the worst case scenario, it would just reset your lockup timer. But again, all of you are pretty much in there anyway, earning eShare day after day after day. So again, I don't think anybody wants to unlock it anyway. But yeah, all that will be done for you. The only thing you'll have to do, again, manually is, eShare BNB LP that you may have somewhere else, not in our protocol or in one of the auto vaults, or maybe you just hold liquid eShare in your wallet. That will be the only people that need to worry about migrating. So, all right, sorry for the background noise, guys. But yeah, does that help? Does that help, LA? Yeah.
Yep, and I think Vino just wants to hop on for a sec here.
Yeah, absolutely. Vino, what's up, brother? Go ahead, my friend.
Hey, not a lot. How we doing?
Good, bro. Good, really good, brother.
Can you hear me okay? Last I listened to the AMA that I was on last time, and I felt like I blew everyone's eardrums out.
No, you're good, brother. I'll turn you down just a little bit, but no, you're loud and clear, man. Go ahead.
Good deal. I just wanted to hop on and just say congratulations to the partnership with dexFinance, Up EMP, and everything else that's been accomplished in the past year. It's been, for me personally, I didn't get to join the Twitter space, so I'm just hopping on here. But I just want to say congratulations on a successful year. It's been 100% uptime, no exploits. I've been here since May, and I've seen this project grow from very low TVL all the way up to 50 million TVL. I've watched the Magic Auto Vaults hit 1 million TVL. And the one thing that resonates most with me is whenever Joe hopped on a couple months ago, I think now, and he said something along the lines that he could never have enough EMP because AJ and the team always deliver. And I'm to the point now in EMP where I'm really feeling that. And the amount of use cases, utility, and everything that's coming in the future, I totally agree with. And I'm scrambling to find more money to buy more gigas so I can have more EMP.
I love it, bro. Yeah, no doubt, you've been one of our, shining lights, man. Again, not part of our team, but absolutely doing everything in your power to help, us and your bag in the process. And I mean, even today, Vino and I had a quick chat. He's working on another potential avenue for us that we've been trying to work on for a while, and Vino has taken the bull by the horns. No offense, bull, on getting that done. So yeah, again, bro, the feeling is mutual. Really happy to have you here, bro, and part of our community. And absolutely, man, I'm the same way. I keep funneling more of my DeFi profits into EMP because yeah, I mean, I think everything that we have coming is really really exciting. And again, not financial advice, but I think that we're going to be set up for some incredible success.
I think so as well. And one big thing is, having conviction in what you're doing. And in DeFi, I know Bull talks about it a lot. You don't buy into the project or the tokenomics. You buy into the team and the community. And I think that what EMP has here is the best of both worlds. And I literally anybody listening to this call or this recording, I think would probably agree with that sentiment as well. So I'm just happy to be a part of it. And in regards to the other protocol, I did reach out to LA, but I'm not going to spoil anything. And I think we're going to get something in the works here.
All right, amazing news, brother. There you go. And yeah, I'm glad you jumped on again. I know you were busy with real life in the real world for our Twitter space yesterday, but I appreciate you jumping on the AMA today. And again, I mean, Vino, David, even LA and Bull, like a lot of our team now started as just community members that have gone the extra mile. And again, Vino, obviously the big brains, Joe, Randy, Charlie, of course, all you guys have gone above and beyond. And again, forgive me if I forget anybody, Stinky Beans, obviously, all you guys, Machine Chan. So yeah, I really appreciate all the kind words. And yeah, I mean, it is a community-owned protocol. So, the support from all of you help us accomplish, all of these goals that we're moving towards. So, awesome, All right, brother. Well, get over in those new dexVAULTS, man. You gotta check it out. So,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to pivot. I had a strategy set to go 50% into the EMP LP farm on EMP's website and 50 over to Magic, but it might be 33% across all three at this point.
I love it. Great, great.
I'll leave it at that.
Yeah, man, no doubt. Great call. Again, we love Magic. They're not going anywhere. It's really up to everybody on their own strategies. Again, Magic is a little more liquid because they're just rewarding in straight LP. But Dex offers a whole nother level of earning because you're able to rebalance through each other's assets. So again, there's no right or wrong answer. It's up to you as a investor. But the dexVAULTS are extremely bullish for the overall price appreciation and buying pressure on EMP. And again, they've honored the same situation with Magic, where we get a percentage of the fees themselves to also buy and burn EMP as well. So it's a win-win for everybody. And again, Magic, we'll be a lot more involved with them on their gaming side, but these vaults, the Dex vaults, are just incredible. So yeah, and again, we never say go all in to anything. Obviously, you want to spread out any potential risk, but I would love to see some large volume going into Dex vaults for sure. So, all right, awesome. Anything else, Vino? Was that it, brother?
No, man, that's it. I just wanted to say congrats on the 1 year, all the partnerships, and I look forward to what's to come.
All right, brother. Thank you for jumping on. And yes, sir, we will. So, all right. Well, on that note, I'm going to wrap it up. Bull, what about you, bro? Was there anything else you wanted to say at the end here?
No, it's impossible to top that. Like you hear the true like emotions that people have, and really heartfelt, and like how it's a family here. And I think that's the real important thing, is that this started out as like just another crypto project, but it's really turned into something special. And it's impossible to overlook or not see that when you come in the channel, because just so many amazing, just brilliant, helping people that have big hearts and are just willing to go over and above for the next person.
Yeah, no doubt, Bull. And that's what makes us special, man. Again, I know that was a big topic of discussion in the anniversary yesterday. Those values have made what EMP is. I mean, again, putting community on the level playing field with the importance of economy. I mean, you can't have one without the other, and that's why we've had such amazing success. And it's only been a year. Again, a year is an amazing accomplishment in DeFi and in crypto in general. That's like 10 years in the real world, but it still has only been a year. Imagine where we're going to be, in year 5 and year 10 and beyond. So again, just so excited for everything that we have coming. So. All right, awesome. We're going to wrap it up then. Again, join us this weekend, Saturday at 3:30 Eastern for NFTopia. I'll be doing a talk. I'll try to live stream that as well on our YouTube for those that can't make it. And then we'll have our own AMA schedule again. Is now Mondays and Thursdays. And then again, yesterday was the anniversary and Magic. So we'll have special AMAs in between. But Mondays and Thursdays are the new standard schedule. So. All right, awesome. Thanks, everybody. Good night. Good day. We'll see you soon.